name is Yeng Thao, and I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I came out to LA because I wanted to pursue acting. So I graduated from University of Wisconsin-Madison with my acting degree. And I'm still young, so I sort of just wanted to come out here, go on an adventure, and try things out and see what happens. I would say that my brothers and my sister are pretty supportive. I always text them pictures and tell them what I'm doing when I'm working on a special project. My mother, on the other hand, she's supportive too, but she sort of, like every typical Hmong parent wants their child to go back to school and get a degree in something. So she'll call me every Sunday and she'll tell me okay, well if this doesn't work out, come back and go study computers or something like that. And so she'll do that from time to time because, she's my mom, so she misses me, so she always wants me to come back home. Struggles, there's many. Let's see, one would be, I guess, physique. I'm sort of a smaller build, and most types, they look for muscular builds. Also, accents and languages, if you know how to speak more languages, that's always a plus. If there is a role that they want you to do a certain accent or something, that's also tough because you'll have maybe you have this Wisconsin accent that you always come in with and you speak like that, and they're just oh no, we can't cast you because that doesn't match up with this person, or they're they want you to do an Asian accent, and you're just well, if the role calls for it, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna do it just for comedic relief and whatnot. So Hmong means that we're free, I guess. Everybody says that the word Hmong means free. You could also interpret that as Muam Hong, I don't know, have luck or whatnot. But yeah, that's basically what it means to me. That's what I can think of. Hmong means free. What was life like growing up as an Asian American? Life growing up as an Asian American was pretty tough, actually. I lived in Milwaukee, and I was actually bused to a white school, and so we were basically the only Hmong people that attended that school. There was one or two other families that had come there too, so but yeah, it was great. I felt I learned a bunch. My English was amazing, and then we would go to these parties or and whatnot, and you'd see other Hmong kids there, and they'd just be speaking in their native language, and you're dang, I don't know that much. So there's also that struggle of, man, my Hmong's not as great as theirs, but my English is better than theirs. So there's a struggle in between where you fit in there. Also then after that my family had moved, and so we had gone up to other places in Wisconsin, and from there it was tough trying to fit in with other people that you thought you would fit in with. So basically oh, these white people in Milwaukee accepted me, but these other white people in this section of Wisconsin don't. What's the big problem? And that's when I realized, what? I'm Asian. Holy shit. That's a big issue that you're Asian. So yeah, that's a pretty big issue when I was growing up. Hollywood, Hollywood's just a place, I guess. I live in Hollywood, and it's basically whenever somebody says Hollywood, everybody just thinks of big films and whatnot. There's something, there's just Hollywood's a brand of oh man, come here, it's gonna be great, it's big, things are shiny, sparkly, we got huge signs that light up at night and whatnot, and it's something sort of like Vegas, oh, come here, we have everything. Yeah. The war affected my family. My family actually lived in like Laos, like my parents, and then they actually had to cross the river to Thailand, and they were refugees. And from there, they actually then flew out to the States. But I don't know how it's affected me, but I know that it's affected like my parents and like their aunts and uncles, because everybody's related somehow. So this is when I was doing theater stuff back in Madison, and the thing is that like, man, we had like a bunch of shows and we were doing it in a theater. It was like really cold, and like they had to have like heat lamps to warm us up, and I was like, man, what am I doing? Because I was like 20-year-old, like college kid playing a 10-year-old boy who was Hispanic, and I was like, man, like this is the only role I can get right now, so I have to do this. And so I did it. I did the show, and like, you know, they'll bus kids from all these places to come and watch. And I guess the best part of it was like after the show, like one of like our dramaturgs came and told me that, oh hey, there was this little girl. She was like an eight-year-old girl that she said she wanted to tell you that she loved you, and you know. And I was like, what, really? And I was like, which one was she? She was the one that came on stage and cried. I was like, wait, what? No way. Because like after the show we did like workshops with like kids and whatnot, and like we were like, oh, what would you do in this situation? And like this 8-year-old girl came on the stage, and like she just like started like crying. Like the question was like, oh, what would you do if your mom like yelled at you? And then like the girl just started crying. And I thought that was like the most humanistic thing that like any person would do, just like cry on stage. And like it just felt really good that I could like make somebody feel some way while I was on stage. And it felt good that this little girl was affected by me, and like she told me that, you know, it had affected her, and like that's like the most beautiful thing. I decided I wanted to pursue acting in like my second year of college. I wasn't sure what I was doing actually. I mean, I was pretty bright in high school. I had good grades. I came to Madison, and Madison is super competitive. It's like one of the top 25 college universities in the world, and I'm saying the world, and it's so competitive. It's so hard to like be able to get into like the business school or the engineering school, and like you really have to dedicate yourself. And I'm like, damn, I wasn't prepared for this. And I was just like, man, I think I need to like take like a calm, relaxed class. I took this class, my acting class, and I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. Like, I was just like, everything up to this point has affected me in like a bad way, and I remember the best times in my life was when I was just a kid, and being able to like take that as like a career as an actor, to be able to have permission to be a kid all the time, that's what I wanted to do. Kids, don't do it unless you really want to. Like, I would tell you to start out young, because there's like being out in Hollywood, like there's so many kids that start out young, and like then like they have a bunch of time to build their career and credentials. And so if you really want to do it, you got to start out young. Wherever you may be, like you like go to every casting you can. Like if they're looking for like 8-year-old boys or whatever, or 8-year-old girls like doing like some print shoot or whatever, just like do it, get it on your resume. Like, but you really have to dedicate yourself to doing it, because like once you come out here, everybody's gonna have the same like stuff. And like honestly, like it's really about looks. So yeah, you gotta look good.